Back here in the Dome for part 2 of our sit-down interview with Director of Athletics Troy Dannen, and some significant changes taking place with President Ben Allen leaving at the end of this year, and his wife Pat. They've done so much for UNI Athletics, and you know that, I know that, but hopefully everyone that is a Panther fan knows just how valuable asset they were for UNI Athletics.
You know, we talked about Loyola being a very visible change. It may not be as visible of a change to sports fans, but Ben's retirement, if you look at the last 7 years of his leadership from an athletic standpoint, almost all of the most significant things in our athletics history have occurred during Ben's tenure. He's been supportive both as he and Pat as fans coming to the games, but he's been supportive behind the scenes. You know, we've had a lot of tough decisions to make. He's been there. He's probably helped us from having to make some even tougher decisions. And I've talked about all the assets you have to have a great athletic program, and I think we have all those assets here, but if you don't have that person that ties them together at the top, it doesn't matter what you have, and Ben tied them together.
And the good news is the person stepping in to replace him, Dr. William Rood, who will be on campus shortly, it seems like he'll be a good fit for UNI and a good cheerleader and supporter for UNI Athletics as well.
You know, Bill, and I'm going to continue, he says he wants to be called Bill, but until he tells me to call him William, I'm going to go with Bill. But when Bill was here, I had a chance to sit in on 2 interviews with him, and I've sat down with him one other time. He knew about as much about UNI Athletics as I did during those interviews. And he said all the right things, and I wondered about that, because I didn't know if he was a great interviewer or he truly believed it. So I called out to Shippensburg and said, tell me about this president. Is he going to support athletics? And he said, you think he talks supportive of athletics? He walks the walk. He's been very supportive at Shippensburg, and so you know, just from my conversations with him, for what I've learned about him, I'm very enthused that while we lose Ben Allen, and Ben was a tremendous asset and value to the community, to the university, and to our athletic department, I don't think we're going to miss a beat. I'm looking forward to having President Rood in here and seeing what kind of direction he gives me for where he wants to see the athletic department. As I promised him, I said, we will never embarrass you. I said, we'll have good coaches, we'll have good kids, they'll behave, we'll take care of it if things don't happen. We'll have competitive success, we'll have academic success, and I'll give you a balanced books at the end of the day. And if there's anything more you want out of athletics, you tell us and we'll make sure we get it done.
So we've covered a lot here on this show with conference realignment, new president, and a lot of exciting things happening internal, but you feel pretty confident looking toward next year and the next school year for UNI.
You know, if you're not enthusiastic about what lies ahead, it's probably time to go find someplace else or something else to do. And you know, I'm looking at next year thinking, this year we had aggressive schedules in several of our sports, and we knew there were going to be high hurdles. Next year, I think schedules get a little bit more manageable. I'm looking forward to football. A lot back on offense, and we have some great incomers on defense and great foundation to build. I love the assistants that Mark brought in. Best staff, I think, that I saw in spring ball, best staff that we've ever had at UNI. Football has a lot to look forward to. Volleyball, you know, 7 straight NCAA tournaments. They got to replace a lot, but I have no question we'll be in the contention for the NCAA tournament. Basketball, both basketballs have a lot of returning players and a lot of expectations, so even though we lose some great players, so lots to look forward to competitively.
Well, it was a fun year. We look forward to next year, Troy.
You bet, thanks.
Plenty more PST right after this.